Cynthia hadn't gotten far when they caught up to him on the road. Of course, he was taking a different path than the two from Pearlstone had on their way from the city. Because he wasn't planning on climbing up a sheer 300-foot cliff. He was taking the western road, a way that approached the highlands where the golden wood was from a more gentle path, though perhaps longer.
The three approached him running as a way to quickly gain ground and catch him quickly. They ran up behind him and he turned unsurprised.
"Kithania," he said.
"Strangers," and turned, continuing his way on the road. They followed behind.
"You didn't seem to have a problem running off and leaving me again,"
Kithania remarked.
"You always show up sooner or later," he replied. "I don't know why, but you do."
"Of course I do," she said. "Everyone needs a bit of music in their life."
"And why did they tag along?"
he asked. Last I checked, he wasn't keen on the idea of returning to Pearystone.
"The more the merrier,"
Kithania answered. His words, not mine.
"When we're fighting, just stay out of my way."
Venthia said, "When the danger is thick, I sometimes lose the ability to distinguish friend from foe."
"Well, that's encouraging!"
Alicasta responded sarcastically.
Together, the four of them made their way west, wary of any newfound dangers that may intercept them on their path.
Fortunately, they found that plains seemed barren of both man and beast.
And they found no danger along the road.
The wind blew bitterly across the flatlands, as if some great storm were brewing.
Though the clouds overhead were
dark and scarcely let light through.
Though they didn't seem to be storm clouds, nor did they depart with wind that blew so constantly. No doubt a conjuration of the darkness that has befallen the golden lands. It was no surprise the wind didn't carry the gloom away. Their path on the western road was dull, though the lack of anything around left them concerned for their food supplies. However, with a few days' travel, they made their way to the northwestern part of the Golden Wood, and there they left the road and entered the now dark forest.
The woods were quiet and eerie. There was no sound of animals or bugs. And even the wind seemed to die out as they continued deeper into the forest. The grass was dead. The trees were still and the leaves had turned black, and the bark sickly gray. At night, when they prepared to make camp and build a fire, using their own fire.
Wood-cutting trees in the Golden Wood was forbidden.
The shadows began to creep in around them,
Just keeping out of the firelight.
and the trees loomed overhead, blocking out any sort of light.
The moon may have provided,
The air was deathly still.
but there seemed to be a sort of whispering and murmuring that started up from the darkness around midnight.
They had decided to take watches since they entered the woods.
With Alicast and Honeyhorn taking first watch, and Venther
And Kithania
taking second. The whispering had just begun as after Venther and Kithania began their watch, and try as they may, neither of them could make out anything comprehensible from the whispers.
They set out again the next morning, when the darkness became slightly less dark, and continued southeast to Pearl.
unpleasant dreams last night.